got it. Like I said in the intro, we got a really great show for you guys. But let's start it off with LeBron James, Maverick Carter, Rich Paul, Randy Mims, this powerhouse, this juggernaut, basically out here playing chess, especially with the Lakers front office, but really the whole league. They got like this, like they got a stranglehold on half the league, and LeBron is definitely one of the Lakers, man. You know, he put JJ Reddick in power. He just got Bronny signed to the Lakers. A lot of people are complaining about nepotism. Um, Rich Paul, Clutch Sports, moving and shaking behind the scenes. I know LeBron James, as you know, because it's a conflict of interest to own agency who represents players and be a player in the league. But you know they have some back channel deal where LeBron, LeBron gave that startup money to Rich Paul. Rich Paul was one of his boys,
Yeah.
as a youngin and shit. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, let me just go into my take a little bit on this, man. A lot of people are really rubbed the wrong way by the way these guys are moving. Not so much me. It's just part of business. I'm not mad at it, but one, they're upset about Darvin Ham being on the hot seat. In the middle of Darvin Ham being on the hot seat, former Laker coach who just got fired, JJ Reddick and LeBron James starting a podcast. And we talked about this a little bit briefly. And when it first started, I'm saying to myself, yo, it's a pretty, I can fuck with this podcast. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with LeBron. LeBron's like a lightning bolt for controversy. JJ Reddick's a little arrogant, in my opinion, at times, but nevertheless, he's a smart guy. You know what I mean? You could see his basketball IQ when he talks. He's an intelligent guy. He's articulate. Definitely played for like 15, 16 years, so he knows the game. So I was like, this is different, man. They're going to do a podcast where they're actually breaking down the game. You know what I mean? Not like Carmelo's podcast or like Gilbert Arenas' podcast or Ryan Clark and all these guys. There's former sports guys, but they talk sports, but they talk it in a different light. They're not really breaking down X's and O's. They're kind of humanizing the players and and breaking down life situations. But in the middle of the season and Darvin Ham having a bad season, Anthony Davis throwing him under the bus in a post-game press conference. Basically, they start this podcast, Mind the Game, right? And like I said, they're breaking down plays. And a lot of people are saying, man, this is clearly, when the dust settled and people started understanding what's going on, this is clearly a play for LeBron to put JJ Reddick in position to coach the Lakers. JJ Reddick has never coached on a professional level. Great commentator, great analyst, but he's never coached on a professional level. Forget about his basketball IQ. As good as it is, it's different. It's a lot goes into coaching. It's not only substitutions and X's and O's. It's like managing egos and
it's personality,
and personalities, and like learning how. It's spending a lot of game time in looking over game film and how to position players and road trips, and it's just a ton of shit that goes into coaching. It's not only X and O's, it's a ton of shit. You're basically like management almost, you know what I mean? But clearly LeBron James putting JJ Reddick in position, right? And another thing people were perturbed about recently is his son, Bronny James, getting drafted late second round, mid second round, whatever it is. A lot of people claiming nepotism. Listen, I'm a father. So it doesn't really, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do for my son. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at LeBron in that aspect, but there are people saying that he might have cost somebody a job. He gets a 2-year Bronny James.
I think he had 2 year, like what, 4.7 million or something like the 7.9.
The money is minuscule.
So he got 4 year. He got a 4-year deal.
Yeah.
Bronny James.
Yeah, he got but listen, he's got a 4-year deal, right? Guaranteed as a second round draft pick. Typically, most second rounders don't get guaranteed contracts. They have to go through the ringer in the summer league and the G League, even to just get a 2-way deal. So already we know LeBron got the juice. LeBron running out here like Omar Epps and juice and shit. You know what I mean? On the roof when a nigga like, yo, you got the juice, my guy. But Like, let's be real. Bronny didn't have a great college career. You know what I mean? I think I haven't seen enough of him. I've seen his little combine or whatever, highlights and stuff, and I've seen a little bit of him play. But let's be honest, if LeBron ain't his father, he might not even get drafted. Um, like I said, people are really perturbed about this nepotism running wild. I want to play a clip of JJ Reddick basically lying through his teeth, um, about Bronny. And then I want to get your opinion on what you think of LeBron basically running the Lakers. He himself got a $100 million plus deal for 2 years. Got his son on the Lakers and put the coach in position. If that's not running the Lakers, I don't know what is. But I want to play a little something on JJ Reddick talking about Bronny, and this is just some straight cap, and then we'll come back and get your thoughts.
A couple questions, JJ. First for you, going through your first draft, what did you like about Dalton and Bronny, and what was it like having them be the first two players that you were able to help select?
Yeah, I mean, I was thrilled to be in the draft room. It was a very amazing experience for me. We didn't think Dalton would be available at 17, but he provides something that we just don't have. You know, he's a movement shooter. He can obviously play off the bounce. We viewed him very highly on our draft board, and he can score at all three levels. He's got size. There was a lot of things to be excited about with Dalton, and I'm excited to coach him. With Bronny, I want to clarify one thing you just said, which is Rob and I did not give Bronny anything. Bronny has earned this, right? Bronny talks about his hard work. Bronny has earned this through hard work. And for us, prioritizing player development, we view Bronny as like case study one, because his base level of feel, athleticism, point of attack defender, shooting, passing, there's a lot to like about his game. And as we sort of build out our player development program holistically.
JJ Reddick is lying through his teeth. What has Bronny earned, man? He hasn't earned anything. What the fuck has he earned? There's no disrespect to Bronny, you know what I'm saying? I like the way LeBron move. I like the way Rich Paul moves. I like to see men of color in positions of power. That's not my problem with this. But my problem is, and I understand, what is JJ Reddick really going to say? But he also got caught capping last week when he said that when he got hired as the Laker coach, and we talked about this, that he didn't speak to Bronny throughout the whole speak to LeBron throughout the whole process. He talked to him about 40 minutes after he got the job. What's your take on Clutch, LeBron, Bronny, JJ Reddick? LeBron is basically running the fucking Lakers. What's your take on this?
I think it's gonna have to come down to what that locker room is gonna think. I think that's the most important thing. LeBron's only gonna probably be there for 2 more years. I don't know. LeBron wants to keep playing past 41, 42.
It's crazy.
They might just run JJ Reddick out the door because just look at it like this, man. Like they went from their first round pick, Dalton Connect, averaging 22 points a game almost.
Yeah.
To Bronny James, who averaged almost 5 points a game. and then he got the nerve to say he earned this to his shooting. I'm not shitting on nobody. Listen, this is a dream come true, and people thought it was gonna be a lie. But when we all said LeBron run the league, he said he wanted to stay in here. LeBron didn't, you know what I mean, become a cyborg just to shit on the NBA. He wanted to show the NBA that he's gonna end up playing basketball and make history by playing on the same team with his son. And we always thought it was gonna just be in the NBA. It ended up being the same team. Yo, this is getting absurd, man. It's almost just like, damn.
The optics bad on it.
Yo, like it just doesn't look right. Like, are the Lakers even trying to win games anymore? Because like, think about it. Now they just spent $100 million on 2 years for LeBron. They just guaranteed a 4-point player, a 4-point a game player, you know, whatever. That's 4.7 million or whatever it was. 4.7. It was like, and this is the team that you're building. And you got Anthony Davis, who's hurt from time to time. You know, it doesn't make any sense to me. And I can see, if I was a Laker fan, I would be aggressively upset I'd be aggressively upset. I wouldn't even know who's even allowing this to happen. What does anybody? We don't even gotta go into conspiracy theories, but like people must really believe in LeBron, and like I thought the whole goal was just to like win a championship, make the team better, and go further. And I don't feel like these moves did it. I just feel like it was just LeBron saying, "Hey, we're gonna go there, and we're gonna go there." Do we even know how many years JJ Reddick got? What I think a 4-year contract. So what's gonna happen?
I think it's it might be three or four, something like that.
Yeah,
We'll
so I think it was like But what's gonna happen in year 3? Or like is LeBron gonna stay there? Because like when Daddy leaves, you know what I mean? Like it's you there. Or like, you know, when LeBron step out that locker room and you're the one who has to deal with all these guys, is LeBron gonna be the one doing it for you? It's just, it's not a good way to set the image and tone. You know, I'm not saying they all gotta be hard nosed and hard playing. You know, like that's cool. It's good when you have that veteran, energy around you to help guide you to where it needs to be. Sometimes it can happen. You know, people can go into different departments in any type of occupation and need that veteran present to help you be whatever you're trying to be better at in that aspect of that profession. But when it comes down to this, it just looks like that person just chose you to be there. He chose this player to come here.
No, he did, but where does it stop?
It stops when he leaves the league.
No, I'm talking about in the league. Now LeBron got his son on it. Now LeBron is no average motherfucker. It's not like like Jericho Sims could get his brother on the fucking Knicks and no shit. He's arguably the second best player of all time. Some believe he's the first, right? So he has major juice. Not only that, he's a billionaire, and he's got pieces of the Red Sox. He's Spring Hill Productions. He's got his hands in a lot of shit. He has a lot of money, a lot of power, a lot of influence, right? But what stops Robert Kraft from getting his grandson on the Patriots, or John Mara getting his, whoever, in-law on the Giants? Like, where does this stop? I mean, this opens up some crazy shit. Now, there's a lot of nepotism in pro sports. Bill Belichick, I think, had his brother or brother-in-law coaching, and front offices are flooded with, like, even in real life, even on our level, we have fucking family members all throughout our jobs and shit like that. But I think this is bad, man. The optics are bad on this because, in my opinion, you snatched somebody's spot. Like, there's a guy right now that deserved it over Bronny that could have been on the Lakers. We don't know who that guy is, or who they would have liked, who would have fit that system. But there's somebody you took that spot from. Now, granted, that's like LeBron James, big time power broken NBA. But it just, as much as I love the way Rich Paul and them get down, because I don't get it twisted, I love the way they get down. I just ain't like they was fronting on my Knicks. But outside of that, just looking at the way they conduct business, the way they handle business, and that they black, I was fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Because we so used, and this is no disrespect to white people. I'm half white, everybody. We were so used to all these white dudes running shit and calling shots that it rubbed people the wrong way when Rich and them got up in power. You remember what the whole thing came out where they were trying to get him out the league, or the agents were kind of banding against him, trying to put rules in place to get him out of the league and everything, and he overcame that. And but I just think the optics are bad, bro. I think the optics are bad. I want to play a little clip before you go on.
But I think the optics are bad, but I think it just looks bad to the Lakers at this point. You know what I mean? Like Rich Paul and them, they're gonna conduct business however it means so, just to do. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna do whatever they need to do, that agency, to get whoever they need signed, get their players made money, and get anybody in. That's like a temp agency just trying to get anybody to work for any company. And if they have any connects, they're gonna get that person in there. But it just looks bad for the Lakers ownership. And eventually when other owners, there's another 29 teams out there, when those teams start seeing shit's looking a little funny out here, I'm pretty sure they're gonna step in. They did it before when Chris Paul tried to get fucking traded to the
with the Kobe trade.
With the Kobe trade to the Lakers. They stopped that shit dead in the
tracks. Think they can step in on this though. I don't see how they do it. You know what I'm saying? This is you draft who you want to draft. Because you can't, then you can't just, then it's no longer democracy at this point. You know what I mean? It's what Adam Silver want. You know what I mean? But it's all legit. Believe me, it's all legit, and it's even a good storyline. A dude playing with his son and everything. But this how powerful that I keep saying this because I'm just in awe. LeBron and Clutch, I mean, this shit's some amazing shit they pulled up. He got his son drafted, who basically said scored 5 points a game. They got JJ Reddick put in power off a podcast, basically, because he never coached professionally in the NBA. They move players all across the board throughout the NBA. They have a lot of players on their roster. They're almost like the government. Think about this. They have the player aspect locked, the coaching aspect locked, and they even have media locked. I mean, I think they represent Brian Windhorst. They represent Chris Broussard. They represent Nick Wright. All these guys are analysts on TV and media guys and are big-time media guys. So not only are they controlling the players and the coaches and the NBA carousel, so to speak, they're also controlling a lot of key players who control the narratives, who pump narratives out there every day on TV. So that's crazy. That's almost like, it's almost like the government, bro. This shit is crazy. But listen, let me play this response. I want to play Rob Parker from Fox Sports Network. He's on the Odd Couple. I like Rob. Keep it real. I don't always agree with him, but I want to play this clip for you real quick, and then tell me your last thoughts, and then we'll move on. All right?
Get it? It's his father trying to do what's right or help his kid in any way he can. I don't have any kids. I never played professional sports. I get all that. But I must admit, I think this is the worst decision that's ever happened in professional sports. And I'm dead serious when I say that. The worst.
By a team,
not just
player?
All around. Everybody involved in this, because it changes what the essence of the game has always been, which is about competition. Chris, this is what we've always talked about, and the reason why you have an NFL where you have essentially 99% of the owners are white, and yet the league is 70% black. Meritocracy is what allowed this to be the case. They didn't go out and just fill their teams with people who look like them because they own the team and said, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do, and no one can tell me because I own the team. It was about the best people went out there, played the game, and the people who deserve to get jobs got jobs. I heard a lot of people throw around nepotism. And there's plenty of nepotism, and I've been critical of.
I was one that threw it around.
Yeah, I've plenty. And I've thrown out nepotism. Chris, it's wrong. We've seen it, especially in the front office.
Oh,
but
gosh.
it ain't
Staffs, front office,
right.
All that.
But it ain't the same as what we've seen here as far as on the field. Someone would have to show me on the field where some guy got his son a spot on a team, or some owner put his nephew on. I'll just take the last spot on the roster. It doesn't matter. I want you to be on the team because I own the team. And that's the part, I think, when LeBron looks at his legacy, that he'll be leaving the sport in a worse place than when he got here.
Profound, in my opinion. Any thoughts on that?
That was beautifully put, man. Because yo, that's LeBron not only just changed, like, we know he was one of the greatest to ever do it, but now he's one of the greatest to ever do it and still call shots.
Shot caller. What you want to be? You want to be a baller? Nah, I can't. My bad. Can't reference no Diddy shit.
Yeah.